It's finally here, round two of the draft, where Collingwood make all of their magic happen. Let's talk about it. The first night was insane. So many bids pending, and all of these academy selections and father son selections. Clubs were bidding on them to make the respective clubs pay the premium amount. West Coast didn't have a pick until ages. Richmond's, pick 3 or 4 turned into like a pick 7, even though they finished second last on the ladder. It was just a crazy night, but congratulations to Willem Dersma for his number one pick selection going to the West Coast Eagles. That he's going to be absolutely fantastic. But on Collingwood's front, sweet FA happened. But that's kind of good for us because it meant that the rumours that Hawthorn could potentially bid on Zach McCarthy didn't come to fruition. So Zach McCarthy wasn't bid on in the first round, meaning it really opens us up for a lot of possibilities in round two that we will cover. The great thing about all the academy and the father-son selections is that Collingwood's picks all move up about 7 spots. Now you can see here on Draft Guru, I put in the pick value. So on the right where it says traded out were our original picks, 39, 45, 56, 58, and 67. Now you can see that all of that comes to 407 points. And you obviously need points if you're bidding for Zach McCarthy and things like that. But look at where our picks landed up now. So 32, 37, 47, 51, and 60. That comes to a total of 877 points. So we've gained 470 points. And look at that. Pick 32 is worth 405 points, which is pretty much all of the points combined for what we had previously. So that really helps us if Zach McCarthy is taken before our first pick 32. So when the draft starts at 7 o'clock, the Kangaroos have the first pick. Collingwood have the 7th pick of the night. But also, you could possibly see a couple of bids incoming. West Coast still have an academy. Carlton have a father-son as well. So we don't know if they're going to be taken with their picks or they're going to wait for a bid. But from what I've been seeing, what I've been reading, what I've been hearing, it doesn't look like Zach McCarthy is going to be bid on before our pick 32, unless obviously someone rates him higher than pick 32. Now, what I think is going to happen, because there's a lot of names on the draft board that we still are linked to and still really, really like. Now, I think they're going to use that 32 to either bid on Brisbane Lions Academy Printable, who they won't, from what I'm hearing and what I'm reading, is that Brisbane won't match that bid for Printable. And remember, Collingwood love bidding on academy players. So if he is on the first of our draft board, we're obviously going to bid on him, but I think that pick is going to go to Riley Onley, that real big, mean inside midfielder that we have talked about and that we absolutely love, which gives us a lot of flexibility when it comes to matching a bid for Zach McCarthy. And look, I do think Zach McCarthy is going to go before our next pick in 37 because I rate him pretty highly. So I do think he's going to go before our pick 37. So all of that will come into play, all the points and stuff like that. We're going to take about 3 live selections, 3 or 4. And if you look down at our next couple of picks, you've got that 47 there, you've got that 60. They could be the rookie selections or the late selections. And then obviously the rookie draft is the next day. They could be those late selections in Saxena or in a McGuan if he's there right at the end, or if we do take him as a rookie. I do also think that with one of our selections, depending on the McCarthy bid, we will be going for a defender. Avery Thomas, Tasmania's best prospect, who we looked at yesterday, who we just have been linked to, who's ranked elite in a lot of aerial marking, intercepting, a really, really incredible defender, could fit in to that 30-50 pick range. And then, of course, you've got Max Kondogiannis, who is that tall, intercepting third defender, like a Jeremy Howe replacement that we also talked about on path to the draft. So there are a lot of good options. You've still got, like we said, Printable, Mukunda, and Mellor from Geelong Falcons, the medium forwards. I don't really think we're going to be really going for a medium or just a forward because we got that Saxena pick coming through. If he's still, he will still be on the board. I don't think he's going to get bid on, but I don't think the medium forwards, for me personally, isn't something that we should be looking at. We really need McCarthy. Don't worry about him. We're going to get McCarthy. But a real big inside mid, think of Fred Rodriguez. He's still there as well. Dalton is still there as well. And you've got Fremantle's NGA prospect that we had talked about yesterday in the late mail, Toby Wan, who Collingwood could bid on. Then, like I said, they're not shy to keep bidding on these players if they rank them highly enough. I'll think night 2 is going to be a win for Collingwood if we bring in Riley Onley. I want to see him, McCarthy as well, Saxena, or that could be the rookie. So I'm not going to count Saxena at the moment because I think another inside mid or another mid is our focus. So I'm hoping it's Onley, McCarthy, maybe Kondogiannis, or if it's not going to be a defender, it'll probably be someone like Dalton and Rodriguez if they don't get chosen before our second picks. The absolute best possible outcome for Collingwood is that, so at the moment, we've got 32 and 37, is that Zach McCarthy doesn't get bid on until after our pick 37, which gives us 2 chances to pick up some really good young talent in that middle place of the draft. That would be absolute best case scenario. Do I think it's going to happen? Probably not, but that would be absolutely best case. I would like Curtin as well, and Adelaide are really keen on Curtin, but I think he could go like really anywhere. I think Richmond's pretty keen on him. Melbourne could use a forward and / defender as well. I'd love Curtin in the team. Could 32 be used for someone like Curtin? But are you going to go for that forward if you do have McCarthy coming through? Is there going to be an influx of forwards now? Or do you use it on an out-and-out defender like Kondogiannis or Thomas? I am really bloody excited to see how this goes. I will be live streaming it, so that's starting at 6:45 tonight. So join me there. But until then, like, comment, subscribe, tell your family, tell your friends, tell your pets. And until next time, Double Shackers, I'll swoop you later.